Okay, so I'm here to make this video to explain what happens when you have Mars in the sixth house in your birth chart. And what is the sixth house? The sixth house represents everyday struggles, conflicts, and problems and stuff that we deal with on a regular day-to-day basis. And it represents routine things. The sixth house represents small pets and animals. It represents debts, like financial debts and all this stuff. Like I said, it represents health and diseases and stuff. Like I said, the sixth house represents the things we deal with on a regular day-to-day basis. It deals with the problems that life throws at us, like bills and about to lose the house, or you get a flat tire in the middle of driving, or you got to deal with some coworker who is giving you a problem at work, or just all these little nitpicks and problems that life throws at you. That is the sixth house. What is Mars? Mars is our brothers. Mars is our male friends. Mars is debts. Mars is fire and weapons and aggression and all that good stuff. That's what Mars is. Mars is blood, and yeah, that's just about it for Mars. Mars is pretty simple and straightforward. So what happens when you put Mars in the sixth house? This is a very strong position for Mars to be in, because Mars loves to fight. And here, Mars is this person who is fighting against the obstacles that life throws at him. So no matter what problem that is thrown at this person with Mars in the sixth house, they just want more. They want to keep fighting. They want to keep fighting and punching their way out of these problems that life is throwing at them. So someone with Mars here, since the sixth house represents diseases, this person, they might have a strong immune system. They might be very proactive when it comes to, taking measures to prevent themselves from getting sick. Someone with Mars in the sixth house, they might love to work out, because the sixth house is health, the sixth house is daily routines, and the Mars is energy. So they might direct their energy to some type of health regimen, some routine with their health. They might work out at 4 in the morning every goddamn day and go for a jog, go for a run, go for a walk or whatever. Mars in the sixth house, they might pop a bunch of vitamins and pills and fight illnesses and ailments to make sure that they're strong and don't, be susceptible to death and all that good stuff. Mars in the sixth house, they can be a workaholic. They can be someone who always has to work, who always has to do something. Mars in the sixth house, they just always be someone who has to work a 9-to-5 job, maybe work 2 jobs, and just keep themselves very busy and very active, with Mars being in the sixth house. So like I said, Mars here, it just feels confident. It's like, okay, I got a flat tire, well, let me go hop on that and deal with this. I might hop out the goddamn car and change the tire myself. Or I'm not going to let this slow me down. I find a way to make up the money and lost time that I just lost dealing with this tire. Oh, I got a leak in the roof, or I owe this much money to IRS or whatever. Well, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to find a way to handle this and take it on. But Mars can also do a lot of damage in the sixth house. Just as much as it can do good things in the sixth house, it can also incur damage and a lot of debt when it comes to the sixth house, because Mars is associated with debts and losses. You see, Mars really performs in its higher, better aspects when it's aspected by Mercury and Jupiter, or when it's sitting with Mercury and Jupiter, or maybe even Mars. It needs some guidance, or else, it's just a badass kid or a wild dog just running amok, doing his own thing. So some of the negative things that might happen with someone with Mars in the sixth house is that they end up getting into jail. They end up owing an enormous amount of money to the IRS, to the government, or to whoever. They get into a lot of debt, and they end up getting into jail, or they can be someone who's always on the run. Why? Because Mars looks at the 12th house. Opposite the 6th house is the 12th house. The 12th house is isolation, foreign lands, foreign travel, loss and death, and other types of things. So Mars here, they might run away from their routine, everyday 6th house matters, and they might get in trouble and end up in the 12th house, end up in imprisonment, or they might end up just running away from the people that they end up owing money. You know, you can get yourself into a lot of debt and into a lot of trouble due to your actions. The 12th house, also sort of the 11th house, can be a signification of hospitals. So here, Mars, if they don't, you know, it depends on the dignity of Mars. It was aspected Mars. Mars could be someone who might spend a lot of time in the hospital. They might have a lot of frequent visits or whatever to the hospital or whatever potentially. They might always constantly have to end up getting maybe a lot of surgeries. Because Mars represents surgeries, because Mars represents knives and stuff to cut you open and stuff. And if Mars isn't receiving good aspects, so if Mars is the ruler of an unfavorable house and is sitting in the 6th house, you might be someone who have ill health. You might be someone who might face medical malpractice or whatever, potentially depending on the type of Mars that you have. What else can I say about Mars? So with Mars in the 6th house, they're very strong-minded, and they might not be prone to wanting to listen to anyone else, which could be very dangerous potentially when it comes to this person's health, when it comes to, you know, helping this person get their life in line. I say this because Mars aspects the 4th, 7th, and 8th house from itself. The 8th aspect from the 6th house is the ascendant. So Mars, which is this single-minded, independent planet, is looking at the ascendant, which represents yourself, and therefore you could be someone who is very strong-minded, unshakable, which can be good in some aspects, but negative in many. And it could make you someone who might not want to listen to the advice of others when it comes to, you know, telling you about your health. And you might end up paying for it, might end up suffering for it. But like I said, those are some of the negatives. And there's also some positives, like I told you. You could be very athletic. You could be someone who's unwavering and won't fall down to the obstacles that life puts in front of you. Mars in the 6th house could be someone who really loves to travel a lot, because it looks at the 12th house of foreign lands and foreign travels, and its 4th aspect is on the 9th house of long distance travel and stuff. So you could be someone who really loves to travel a lot, or you might get sick while traveling, or you might fly out and travel abroad for surgeries with Mars in the 6th house. And with Mars in the 6th house, looking at the 9th house, you might educate yourself on your health, on your body, and become maybe like some fitness freak, some gym freak, maybe some trainer or whatever, and just get real educated on the body and on the diseases. So you might become a surgeon or whatever with Mars in the 6th house, but that would greatly depend on if you know, Mercury and Jupiter or whatever is looking at your Mars. And that is what happens when you have Mars in the 6th house in your birth chart. And I hope that gave you some insight and clarity on what happens with Mars in the 6th house in your birth chart.